everybody, it's Chatteroo from cryptoculture.io. We're here with Tatum, and she's going to be talking to us about crypto today. She has a lot of questions, so hopefully we can get some of them answered. Tatum, welcome to the show.
Hi, good to be here. I'm Tatum, obviously. So I'm not too familiar with crypto, obviously kind of being amongst the general population, and you're like, what is that? And I just have a lot of questions about it, and if you can enlighten me, that would be awesome.
Sure. What's your first question?
So what essentially is crypto?
So cryptocurrency is a new form of digital money.
Right.
Or basically, like, I'll take Bitcoin for example. That's the most well-known one. So it's a distributed ledger technology. So think of it as somewhat of a checkbook, which is like what a ledger is, and on the ledger, all it does is say who has what amount of Bitcoin,
right,
or who has what amount of money. But this is decentralized, so it's spread all around the world on thousands and thousands of computers that the people are using the Bitcoin software to then solve complex mathematical equations.
That's so wild.
And if they do that first, they get a reward in Bitcoin, which is known as the mining fee.
Okay.
So these computers solve the problem, and it's called proof of work, and that's what those people are referred to as miners. And then once the transaction, the blocks are confirmed, the transaction will go through, and that information is then distributed all across the world through the Bitcoin network, so everyone can see that now maybe you have 2 Bitcoins and you sent me 3, so now I have 3 and you have 2, and you started with 5, for example.
It's not necessarily traceable though, right?
Well, so there are companies that do chain analysis, and if you have someone's wallet address, there's a thing called the blockchain explorer, where you just copy and paste the wallet address and you can see some of the activity that's on that happened. So transparency is one of the things that blockchain technology, which is what underpins all this stuff. So if you have this wallet address, you can see what's happening in that wallet. But if, say for example, you sent me something, I could then send it to a different wallet address, and the
list goes on.
Yeah. But you can look up stuff, and there are firms that do chain analysis to really do forensic, detective type stuff to try and follow money back to where it came from and stuff like that.
Crazy. And then can anyone be a miner? Like, how does that?
Yeah. So you'd have to buy for Bitcoin specifically. You'd have to buy a certain type of computer that runs that. That can run that software efficiently. A regular desktop computer wouldn't work with Bitcoin, but there's GPUs, which are like graphic cards, graphic processing units, and people use those to mine things like Ethereum and other alternative coins or altcoins. So you can set it up. In my opinion, if you're a small scale person, if you want to tinker around and learn about it, it's cool, but a lot of the people that are doing it successfully are bigger companies that have hundreds of millions of dollars to put into a mining farm and have really researched where they're going to be able to get the power the cheapest, because you need really inexpensive access to power, and then also the state-of-the-art technology, and then just kind of keep staying ahead of the curve.
Cool. Yeah. So I know when Bitcoin dropped, the initial coin offering dropped, no one really knew about it. You know what I mean? It's been around for quite some time. Yeah,
so in January will be the 10-year anniversary of Bitcoin. They didn't have an initial coin offering. So Bitcoin came out in January 2009, and it just basically started on its own through the white paper, right? So that's where all these people were trying it, just writing what the ideas were, and it's credited to an unknown person or group of people called Satoshi Nakamoto, which is the equivalent in English as John Smith.
Right.
So it's
John Doe, basically.
Yeah, John Doe. Yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
So the first ICO was with a coin called Mastercoin, and then one of the biggest ones that kind of set off the craze was the Ethereum ICO in 2015, which led to all these other ICOs happening, because they were now allowing people. That's like a second generation technology. So now you can have everything that Bitcoin does, which is basically saying you have 5, I have 10, whatever,
Right.
and keeping track of that. Now you can build actual applications on top of it, where you can make like a messaging app or a photo sharing app or something that tracks all where all the avocados came from, like from farm to warehouse to store
Gotta
to
track
table.
those avocados.
Yeah, well, or anything like
Yeah,
that needs like stuff like that. So shipping industry, medical industry, travel industry, any rewards type stuff. There's blockchain technology basically is gonna eventually absorb all the other stuff. Yeah, it's so broad and the use cases are so many. That's why people like me are really like, hey guys, this is going on.
The opportunities are endless.
Yeah, I want people to be aware of it.
Absolutely. Well, it's so awesome that you're reaching out and really telling people about this, being insightful about it, because I mean, it's not something that everyone really knows about, and of course everyone knows a little bit about it, but not to the extent of you, of course. So,
well, I try to think of myself as an advanced student, and I just continue to learn and speak to people about it. And opportunities like this, when someone doesn't know as much about it, is a good chance for anyone that is involved in blockchain. You know, take the time and explain it to people, try and break it down in simple terms.
Absolutely.
So that you feel like you have a better understanding of what's going on.
Definitely. I feel like it definitely did help out a little bit.
Okay.
Especially because you guys are always talking about it, and no, it's super cool. Well, thank you. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. So if you could share where everyone can find you on social media, I think that'd be great.
My Instagram is Siltat, and that's about it. And yeah, I'm Tatum, and again, thank you so much.
Cool.
I really appreciate it.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thank you. All right, keep it locked on cryptoculture.io.